Initiating Characterpedia sequence. Noob Saibot.
Noob Saibot, once known as Bi-Han, was the original Sub-Zero and elder brother of current Cryomancer Grandmaster Kuai Liang. However, this Lin Kuei assassin was ultimately killed and later resurrected as an evil wraith.
Origins and history.
It was during his time in the Lin Kuei that Bi-Han was given the name of Sub-Zero due to his powers and cold-hearted personality. Bi-Han established himself as a dedicated vicious assassin who, despite being neutral, had his soul corrupted from years of violence and merciless killing. However, when he himself was killed at the hands of Scorpion during the first Mortal Kombat tournament, he was reborn as Noob Saibot within the Netherrealm's 5th plane.
Physical appearance.
After his transformation, Saibot was reborn as a white-eyed wraith who wore all black ninja attire.
Powers and abilities.
Prior to his transformation, he possessed Cryomancer abilities such as ultimate control over the element of ice. This included the ability to deep or flash freeze opponents, as well as freeze the entire air around him, and even concentrate all of his ice power into one destructive blast. As Noob Saibot, however, his powers center around both shadow and phantom form. With his phantom powers, Saibot is able to remove and control a combatant's powers using a ghostly force in the form of projectile attacks, as well as being able to lift them in the air. With his shadow element, Saibot can teleport as well as render himself invisible by blending with the shadows. Furthermore, he can manipulate the shadows to increase or decrease the effectiveness of his and others' powers limitlessly. In addition to this, Saibot is able to animate his own shadow into semi-liquid physical constructs of himself and use them to assist in fighting his enemies.
Weapons and equipment.
Noob Saibot's weapons of choice include a scythe, ninja sword, shurikens, a troll hammer.
Fighting style.
As a former member of the Lin Kuei, Saibot attained a great degree of skill in many forms of hand-to-hand combat. Some of the styles he is most proficient in include Hapkido, Pi Gua, Monkey Kung Fu.
Weaknesses.
As a former Cryomancer and reincarnated wraith, Saibot has no notable weaknesses. He has, however, allowed himself to be controlled and manipulated by others such as Quan Chi.
Allies.
During various timelines, Saibot's allies have included Quan Chi, Shinnok, Shao Kahn.
Enemies.
At various points in time, Saibot's enemies have included Raiden, Sub-Zero, Scorpion.
Significant moments.
His death at the hands of Scorpion. During the first Mortal Kombat tournament, Bi-Han confronted the man he had once killed, Shirai Ryu Spectre Scorpion, who wished to kill him in retaliation for murdering his family and clan. Scorpion would ultimately get his vengeance by dragging Bi-Han down to the Netherrealm, where he would defeat his former killer Bi-Han. Despite initially sparing Bi-Han, Quan Chi would push Scorpion into murdering his fallen opponent by showing him illusions of the Shirai Ryu massacre, as well as the deaths of his wife and son, all at the hands of Bi-Han. Consumed by fury, Scorpion would incinerate the original Sub-Zero. Resurrection as Noob Saibot. After his death, Bi-Han descended into the Netherrealm's 5th plane, where he was resurrected as Noob Saibot, the very incarnation of evil. His soul was stripped of pride, compassion, and all else human. Despite serving Quan Chi, his allegiance was primarily to himself, and he wished to conquer and rule the Netherrealm. Confronting his brother. Whilst assisting Quan Chi creating a Soulnado, Saibot caught sight of his once younger brother Kuai Liang, now in automated form. Quan Chi and Saibot were previously made aware by Kano that Kuai Liang was a defector. Due to this, the two antagonists challenged Kuai Liang, where Saibot revealed his identity to him. Saibot stated that Liang was not worthy of the Sub-Zero name and that he no longer considered him a brother. After commencing in battle, Kuai Liang proved victorious and agreed that they were no longer family. Falling into the Soulnado. Soon after his fight with Sub-Zero, Saibot battled Nightwolf, who managed to destroy the Soulnado by kicking Noob Saibot into it. Mortal Kombat 11. After hiding in the shadows for years, Saibot was finally freed when Quan Chi was killed by Scorpion. With the promise of a clan of his own, Saibot aligned with Kronika, who had merged the timelines. He subsequently assisted Sector and Frost in creating cyborg soldiers for Kronika out of kidnapped Lin Kuei warriors. During this process, he would be defeated by Sub-Zero and Scorpion before being defeated again by Jax and Jackie Briggs whilst defending Kronika's crown. Finally, Saibot would also be bested by Fujin on Shang Tsung's island.
This file terminates here. End sequence.